Hey everybody, it is the midweek twist, and we are here with Jake Long, the immortal man on the backside, the game changer guy. Jake, thanks for tuning in with us here today.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
You betcha. Where are you guys at today?
Currently in Rapid City, South Dakota. We roping the slack today, and then got the champion challenge tomorrow. So just waiting for all that to kick off.
I heard it's beautiful up there this time of year.
It's surprisingly it's not as bad as it's been in the years past. So it's tolerable this year.
It is as tolerant. It's not like 40 below and ice storms and like it's been a few
Yeah,
times.
it's above freezing, so we're gonna count that as a win.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Where do you guys go from here? You got the Champions Challenge coming up, and then where do you head to?
We'll rope the champion challenge. That'd be Wednesday night. We'll fly back home Thursday, and we have the wildfire open this weekend on Saturday, and then off to San Angelo and San Antonio after that.
How is your practice different now that you're at the level you are than maybe a guy that's going to go rope in the 12 or 13 rope? And tell me a little bit about what you guys are doing to stay sharp.
Well, obviously for us, I mean, this is our job. So, every day I go to Luke's house, and fortunately, he only lives 8 miles from me, so it's a pretty easy commute. And we'll get together, and we usually run 40 or 50 steers a day, and we try to make 20 or 30 pretty realistic runs, and then the other 20 are kind of just keeping our horses free and working on them, and making sure we're doing everything right.
Are you changing your practice for where you're going that time of year?
Well, I think it just depends. I mean, we work on different score links and different setups, and we'll just kind of talk to each other throughout the practice, and these 10 steers are going to be with a certain length of barrier, and where he's got to see him out there a little more, and then we kind of work on our chemistry and making the run in different parts of the arena. If we got like the wildfire coming up, so I'm sure when we get home Thursday and Friday, we'll let them out there a little further, and kind of make our jackpot run, and then when we turn around and practice for San Angelo and San Antonio on a little shorter barrier, we'll make some faster runs and be sharp for that.
What are the things you're really looking at? Like walk me through. You're trying to get in time and you're timing through the corner and everything. What are like the three key things that you focus on all the time to catch feet?
Well, I mean, the things I'm really working on right now is making sure that I'm giving the steer a proper head start leaving the box. I think a lot of guys have a misconception when it comes to throwing fast, if they think they got to get up there really really high on the steer. And me personally, I believe that if I can keep that neutral position with my horse's head about hip high to tail high right there on the steer going down the arena. As far as something specifically that I'm looking at down the arena, I just kind of watch. Honestly, it's just kind of the back half of the steer as a whole. I'm not really zoned in on one specific spot. And then I'm a big believer in just staying in my lane, just like we're driving on a highway or anything else. If I stay in my lane and I keep that steer in his lane, then I like to kind of push on down the arena when Luke's starting to shape them up, and that allows me to get a little quicker throw on them. And I really try to ride pretty much the same corner at the rodeos as I do at the jackpot or anything else. It's just I'm willing, if it's not ideal at a rodeo, I might go ahead and set it down versus a jackpot where you might take one more swing and let him clean up just a little bit.
The guy that catches 2 feet the most is the guy that wins. That happens a
Hmm.
lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then obviously at our level, it's there's finer points of needing to heal fast, and the ropings have gotten so tough, and everybody. But the big deal is everybody can go out there and throw a nice loop on a sawhorse or rope the machine, and we can catch when we do things properly and we get in the right spot. So really, the only thing that holds people back when they get to roping live cattle a lot is they get out of position, and then they're forced to try to create things out of that bad position.
Switching gears, going back to the NFR and that 10th round at the finals, talk to me a little bit about your mindset before what you guys were talking about and then going in. That's a position that not very many people will ever be in, and we've all missed a quote unquote short round cow or something like that. Well, Jake, tell us a little bit about that story before the 10th round, what you guys were thinking, and then after it. I know it's a little bit of a sore subject. I appreciate you even talking to me about it, but tell me a little bit about that whole time frame in there around that 10th steer.
Well, you know, first of all, knowing your situation, knowing, we kind of had everything figured out. We knew, for me to win it, pretty much whoever was winning the average, I needed to be faster than that team in the round, and I would win the year in. And so, when Levi and Jeremy they went 4-4, I think, I knew I needed to be 4-4, 4-3 to win it. And we're in the lane back there, and we just talked about it. Just a couple teams before we went, we kind of knew exactly what we needed to do. And Luke did a great job and gave me a chance. And like you said, unfortunately, I wasn't able to catch him. But as far as like mental leading up to it, I mean, it wasn't really anything out of the ordinary. It was try to get in a good position, try to set down a good loop, and it wasn't meant to be. I guess I've had pretty good fortune in that building, and for whatever reason, I had a little rough luck them last few nights. So I think it's going to force me to be better in the future. I've went to the practice pen and tweaked a couple things, and I feel like I'm already roping better now than I was even a month ago. So hopefully, if we can get back in that spot, we'll do better next time.
Oh, absolutely. So now, on a fun side of things, I want to know personally how many steers in a row? Like, what is your biggest streak in the practice pen? How many days, Jake, have you gone without roping a leg? Come on now.
I'm a little more of a risk taker, so I don't know that I've had a continual day streak.
Sure.
I like to try some shots in the practice pen sometimes that aren't exactly high percentage, but uh, I honestly don't know. I don't. I used to kind of keep track every time, and then it would drive me insane because you'd rope 30 or 40 in a row or whatever, and then you'd mess up, and then you'd be mad.
Sure.
So I mean, it sounds stupid, but I honestly don't really pay attention to how many I mess up every day.
Yeah, I mean, did you used to go like, I'm going to rope 100. I'm going to rope 100 by 2 feet, and then yeah, you get to 41, and you're like, ah, dang it.
Yeah, we've tried that. I think we've all kind of tried that mentality, but then I almost think it makes you rope, more tight, and I don't think you tend to do as well when you're, trying not to mess up versus, trying to win and do good. So,
Sure. Sure.
I try to limit my mistakes as much as possible, but
Yeah.
there's a couple in there every day that I tend to mess up on.
You bet. All the guys got to try. So I noticed your camera's kind of been wiggling around a little bit because your arms are probably getting tired. I thought you had a camera guy in there that was supposed to be running that for you.
Well, Luke's a little bit shorter than me, and he didn't want to stand on the bed to hold the camera. So.
Yeah. Oh, well, Jake, I sure appreciate it, man. And Luke, I know you can hear me in there too. Good luck, guys. And we appreciate you jumping on here, man. It's always fun to watch you. I got to let you give a little bit of a plug. Barry's got the blue rope. It's selling like crazy. The old game changer, huh?
Well, it was a game changer for me this year. I never had a chance to win a world title, and had the best year I've ever had with it. And my loops are good, and it holds the horn great. Seems to take pretty much every weather as good as it can, and like I said, it was a game changer for me financially this year, and how we won at the jackpots and the rodeos and every situation I could be in. So yeah, I'm excited to use it.
Oh, cool. Well, I appreciate you being here, Jake. You guys, good luck at the stock show today in Slack and at the Champions Challenge, and we will see you down the road. Okay, buddy?
All right, thanks, Drew.
And as Jake said, we're going to see a lot of you down in Salado, Texas at the Open of the World, the Wildfire. It's got the businessman's roping along with the all-girl roping as well. So we'll see you down there. On the show, it is going to be Darren Peterson on the 8th talking about the Wrangler BFI week, then Trevor Brazil on the 15th, and we're going to wrap up this month on the 22nd with Denny Gentry in the World Series at Team Roping. Thanks for tuning in to the Midweek Twist. I'm Drew Stew. We will catch you on the flip side.